So, hi guys, and welcome to our first podcast. Uh, my first attempt to a audio only podcast. This first podcast will also work as an introduction to explain to you what the idea is here. The idea is to try once in a while when I have a topic I want to talk about to just express myself with it. What's in my head about various topics that come up both in my real life and Twitch stream or Discord, something like that. I don't think this will be a regular thing. I definitely will try for it, but we'll see how it's going to go. And today I just want to talk about what's happening with games. We here on the Twitch stream have, various people from different ages, but most of the people in my stream anyways, they're around my age on the, 29 plus kind of thing, all the way to 40 that I am. And we've been playing games for a very long time. As you do know, I love playing MMORPGs, what we call classic MMORPGs these days. And for those of you who don't know what classic MMORPG means, look at games like Warhammer Online, World of Warcraft, Star Wars The Old Republic, basically the top targeting third person with kinda cartoonish graphics, and not the active targeting, 3D animations, and this and that. Games that include both PvE, PvP, community, guilds, socialization that you do need to play with other people to get something done. So we're talking about those kind of games. There are a lot of games out there, but in the last, I don't know, 6, 7, maybe a little bit more years, we really haven't seen any game to get anyone excited. I mean, like, wow, that is a game I want to play, Recently, we had New World, as you know, which gave that feeling to a lot of people. It has good foundation. It has the basis to become a very good game. It is a active targeting game, but it just feels good, with the crafting, the PvP, the PvE, the dungeons. It comes with a lot of problems, such as lag, basic mechanisms of dungeons, but those are little things that I'm sure a company, if they really want to push a game, they can really fix them. With that game being an exception, which comes like in a month, full release, before this date, we really didn't have any other games. Everything else that has been released, whether they came from the American market, the Asian market, or the European market, it's been seriously crap. With either the concept is wrong, they have very good PvE but no PvP, they have very good PvP but no PvE, or they have both of them but the crafting is shit. They just fail constantly to bring a balance to what people want. On top of that, MMORPGs is they're very time consuming, very expensive to do, and simply they just don't make them. They don't want to make them. So the market has been starving. The players, the people have been starving for a new MMORPG to come out and cover all those needs. Unfortunately, we have ended up with words like innovation and companies who are trying to make a buck. And that's it. They're just there to make some money. They're not there to make a new game, a good game, a game for the people. The way we used to look at games at the age of Diablo 1, when people made games because they wanted to show the skills, they made games because they were looking at the gameplay, they wanted to have a fun game, a good game, a game that people can have fun and enjoy themselves in it. And in 2020 and 2021, and a bit earlier than that, we ended up having games about the cash shop and how to grab money. Yeah, let's give them a game and let's just give them a cash shop. What they want more mounts. Let's give them more mounts for $20. What they want, new costumes. Let's give them costumes for $5. And keep on going like this. And then people thought, let's go to a different model because it's a lot easier. Because back in the day, when they were making games, they had to make sure they didn't have a lot of bugs, because then the cost was too high. They had to print CDs and DVDs, and if there was a mistake, they had to reprint those and for people to buy them and send them for free. Now you just download, so nobody gives a shit about a complete game. And it's all about the money. Some could claim we run out of ideas, but we really haven't, because then New World comes out, boom, new idea. Corpon comes out with a lot of new stuff, new idea. Then we have all these offline games which they have the potential to be a very good MMORPG, such as Curse of the Gods. We had the new Hogwarts Harry Potter. We have Dreamscape. You know, you just keep going with this. There's a lot of games. But it's a lot easier to copy a game. I mean, look at Valorant, Counter-Strike, Modern Warfare, all those battle arena games. They're all the same. It's a copy, Rogue Company. It's a copy of a copy of a copy with just, oh, this one has different guns. Oh, this is set on the future. Oh, this is set on the past. But it's essentially the same game over and over again. There's no innovation. There's no new idea. Why? Because, of course, it's simple to copy a game and change the graphics and make some money. And that's what's been going on. And not to mention this whole free-to-play model. I mean, seriously, is it really free-to-play? We said free-to-play, then we had pay-to-win, then we went to pay-to-progress, and now we have pay-to-test. In case you haven't noticed, now we have pay-to-test as well. So I don't know what's going on. I think it's all about the money, and it's really annoying because personally, as you do know, I said this a lot of times on my stream on Twitch, that I am looking for a game to invest my time and build, like we used to do in WoW, EVE Online, this type of games, to keep you there going with content, with good gameplay and good communities, but they just don't exist. I mean, and they don't exist not because only the companies don't make them. They also don't exist because we, the mass, the people, the players, allow the companies to give us shit and make shit. We don't really push them to make a good game. And the only way we're going to get a good game, actually two ways. One is if a company says, you know what, I want to make the best game in the planet. Or people push the companies to do so. And then we have those people that say, yeah, okay, you say all these things, but am I going to change this? I, the unit, the one? Yes, you. Because the way this works, and people don't get it, is that when you play a game and you give them a good review, when you think the game is not that good, or the game is, is mediocre, and you give them a good review, and as a good review, they're not going to read what you wrote. All they care about is, well, you put thumbs up or thumbs down, especially on Steam and other things like that. So, yes, you're going to make the difference. If you're not lazy to write a review, if you're not lazy to click the right button, then you're going to apply pressure to them. I mean, imagine if a game comes out on Steam and gets 100% negative reviews. 100. It's never going to happen, of course, because there's going to be the bots, there's going to be the people that have been sponsored and they pay the money to write good reviews. But let's say in reality 90% negative reviews. Do you think they're going to try and make another game like this, or do you think they're going to try and improve? They're going to try and make a better game, because that's going to be embarrassing. That's going to be bad for the reputation, and nobody's going to want to play a game from a company that gets 90% negative reviews. But then we have these people, I'm going to give you a recent example of the date of recording this podcast. Bless and List released, and the first couple of hours had 70% negative reviews. And as time went by and the days went by, it climbed all the way up to mixed reviews. And every 2 days, there is a 25 gigabyte patch. Every 2 days, 25 gigs. You would have thought they could have waited a week and bring 100 gig extra gameplay and content and corrections before they release the game, so they can save themselves those reviews. But no, there's no bad publicity, I suppose. But looking at those reviews on that specific game, and I'm mentioning one game because it's recent in my memory and you can go and check it. But when I see reviews that say laggy, the combat is clunky and is not very good, and then thumbs up because it's free to play. I mean, something being free to play is not an excuse to give thumbs up. If the game is laggy, if the game combat is clunky, if you don't like the animation, the storyline, anything in the game, and you mention 2 negative things about a game, you have to put thumbs down, not thumbs up. So basically, you're saying this game has 1 problem, 2 problems, 3 problems, and then you give positive feedback to the devs, and you're suggesting a bad game to the rest of the people who are going to look at that, because, you know, no one's going to sit down and read 3,000 reviews. Most people are going to look at the top, good, bad, very good, very positive, and then judge by that. People, we are lazy, right? So why are you saying a game is bad and then you're giving it thumbs up because it's free to play? Right? And I know this may not sound very good to you, or you're thinking about what I'm talking about, but let me make this more grosser, more, you know, more hardcore, so you maybe understand what I mean here about this type of reviews. So I come over to you and I say to you, I have a brand new experience for you. You give me $1 for that experience. So you say, yeah, okay, here's $1. You pay for it, right? And I grab some cow shit, rub it all over your face, and then you start complaining because you say, oh, hold on a second, I paid you and this is shit. Duh. Yeah. But, and you're going to give me thumbs down, you're going to argue, you're going to, you know, rage, and you're going to do all those things. And then I come to you in the second case and say, hey, I have a brand new experience for you and it's free. Oh yeah, sure, I'll take it. And then I take the same shit and I rub it all over your face, and you say, well, it's shit and it smells, but thumbs up, I got it for free. You should try it. That is exactly what people are doing when they say lag and clanky and I don't like this and the video desyncs and then give thumbs up. You take shit for free. Just because something is free, if it's shit, it remains shit. And you should treat it as shit. You don't have to pay to say it's shit. I mean, you don't have to take it, but people do. And free-to-play became an excuse of people producing shitty games. So we're here right now, and me complaining about how there's no true good games out there. I mean, don't take me wrong, every game that comes out has something to offer, but the trick question is, why do they only have one thing to offer? Good graphics only, good sound only, good story only good PvE, shit PvP, only good PvP, shit PvE. Are they rushing the games? Are they not listening to the people? Or like the usual mistakes of when a game is launched and is lagging as shit, and then people say, oh, that is just normal. It happens in the last 10 years in every single game that launched. But so it shouldn't be happening. Why are we getting to a world where, you know, oh, this is happening for 10 years is normal. But, you know, we can't play a game we've been waiting for years because the lag is too big, but it's normal. We accept it. Oh, it's okay. It's shit because it's free to play, but we're going to keep playing it because it's free to play. We're going to take that shit in as well. Oh, it's okay. It's alpha. It's beta. It's this. It's that. Why are we accepting the mediocrity? I just don't really get it, honestly. And I just want to take this off my chest because a lot of people come on the stream and they're like, oh, I'm bored, I don't know what to play. And they're right, there's nothing to play because everything is mediocre. No company is really pushing it. There's 2 or 3 good potentials. One of them, 3 of them actually, that we're waiting on the stream as well, is New World. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have a plan for the end game, so still, it's not going to be 100% complete. We have Corepunk, which also is going to be coming out in December. And it has potential, but it's a different kind of game, more like Albion in League of Legends. And then there's Lost Ark, which is kind of like the same. And we just don't know if things are going to turn around, you know, how things are going to go, what's going to happen. A lot of games have potential. The biggest one being Ashes of Creation, which is many years away. But $500 to try a game that's not out yet on alpha, pre-alpha, pre-alpha. I don't know. The whole market has turned around. Companies are doing whatever they want, and the world of gaming is upside down. Instead of companies paying people, people are paying companies. Instead of making games with good gameplay, we made games with good game shops, cash shops. Which is also warning for all the upcoming games that I mentioned. New World, Corepunk, Ashes of Creation, Lost Ark. They all have shops in there. And the shops are evolving in their benefit. We started from totally free to play. We went to pay to win. Then they've changed that to pay to progress. And now we even have a shop that has pay to win, pay to progress options and pay to test. For example, pay $500 to test a game that's on pre-alpha. There you go. I don't know, man. I just don't get all those things really. And I'm just hoping that soon the people or the companies, they're going to push themselves and change this habit of doing mediocre things, you know? Maybe I want too much. Maybe I'm daydreaming. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I grew up in a different age and it has changed, and find difficult to evolve, difficult to adjust to the new world order in gaming. But I do find myself recently in the last couple of months, well, maybe even 6 months or so, jumping from one game to the other, jumping from Warhammer Online to Dragon's to Path of Exile to Mini Masters to their Billion to, I don't know, to Eve to Fall Guys to Blessing List to Death's Door, Dreamscape, Grime, Unravel, Curse of the. It's just a list that goes on and on because I can't find myself a game to settle down, to invest time, to build a community, to build a guild, to farm, to do raids and dungeons and PvP, and look for achievements and progression and socialization. And I end up doing every other game that kind of looks nice. And then after a week, it's boring because it's repetitive, it's the same, you know? I just don't know, man, if this is ever going to change. I hope so. We're looking forward in a couple of weeks for New World to see how that's gonna go. And I don't know. I'm really disappointed the way things are going. I'm also a little bit frustrated because jumping from game to game is something I've never done. I'm the kind of person that usually I stay on a game for 6-7 years without playing anything else because the games used to be vast, you know, thousands of achievements, tens or dozens of dungeons to explore and more raids, loads of PvP and fun to enjoy because the gameplay was good, the mechanics were good. Now it's all about what is the meta, what is the OP weapon. People jump into games, they want to play in MMOs, they want to play solo, they want to have the meta, they want to one-shot people, they don't care about chatting and building guilds. You know, the whole scene has changed so much. Like I said, maybe I'm old, man. Maybe I'm just not there. I can't evolve and accept all this because I'm used to a different type of style. But I'm really genuinely hoping that the games that are coming out from now, the recording of this podcast on August of 2021 all the way up to April 2022 in the next 6-7 months to actually be good. Or at least start with the basics and the skeleton of being good, the potential, as we say, and hope that the companies are going to see that potential. They're going to start listening to the player base, not like Blizzard at the moment, which is falling apart, and keep people interested with what they want, you know, the mechanics, the dungeons, the PvP changes. Because although people usually don't know what they want and they just want what's beneficial for themselves only, not for the game or the community, you know, the whole selfish, self-centered players, there are also a lot of them that have the game and the involvement of the game to be even and good for everybody in mind. And companies should start distinguishing who is who and start listening, not to everyone, but those that have a more social group oriented opinion for fair gameplay and you know, developments and patches in the game and changes that are going to benefit the whole community and not just, oh, my gameplay is solo, so I want more power in the stealth units, you know, and things like that. Anyways, I think that I've ranted long enough about what happened to games. I don't know. I think that's what happened when Kickstarter came in and free-to-play companies found loopholes and way outs to produce mediocre games, and they're still doing it. Unless we do something about it with our reviews and not using the cash shops and this and that, we're just going to keep getting mediocre things. Some people are happy. I'm not. I'm looking forward to new things. For this podcasting, that's enough. That's all I want to say about, you know, all this situation with the games there. I'm sure most of you are aware of all this. You have similar thoughts with me. I know because some of you chat with me on Twitch when we stream. It's always nice to do that. But now at least, you know, I have nothing to kind of like distract me from saying the things I have in my mind except my own mind. No chat, no game, no this. So this is all I wanted to say to you guys on this podcast. Some food for thought. Think about how you're gonna move along with the gaming thing. See if you agree with any of this that I said. Maybe we can make a difference with a thumbs up and thumbs down on games and forums. We'll see. So I'll see you on the next podcast when I have some more stuff to talk about games or anything else. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later.